What's up, guys? I'm Chris, and today you're watching a magic review on the Venom Case by Fazackerly at Black Cat Magic. Welcome to the channel, and thanks for tuning in. Please consider subscribing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment on any questions that you have about the product I'm reviewing or anything you'd like to see in the future. Let me know your thoughts. Also, don't forget to click that notification bell so you don't miss a video or a review. Don't forget to head over to Facebook and join the Chris Edwards Magic Secret Access group. That is a group that I have kind of based around this channel where I can interact with you guys on a more personal level. And I'm also going to be providing you with a more in-depth look on certain products such as Peak Wallets and other releases that I don't want to go into full detail to the public. So it's more hidden than what a layperson would be able to see. There'll be unlisted videos where I will post direct links within the group. So those unlisted videos can't be searched via anything, whether it's not visible on my channel, for one, to the public, and two, you won't be able to search those videos through the YouTube search engine or like Google or anything like that. So check that out, and in there I can answer questions in a lot more detail than I will on here. The Venom Case is an extremely clever and deceptive business card case that is probably going to replace all of your other Peak devices and or Peak wallets. The Venom Case is going to come in a hard shell box that looks like a white marble. It's a really nice box. I don't happen to have it, as this was shipped to me flat packed to save on shipping costs, which is completely fine by me. I don't need the box, but it is a nice box if the packaging is something that you care about. You're also going to get the full-size Venom Case, which has 2 compartments to hold business cards, as well as the gimmick, and then the Venom Case Lite, which is just a smaller version, and then a gimmicked marker. With that, you will also receive the link to the tutorial, which is a number of videos that go over constructing the gimmick. And when it comes to construction, it's super simple. I hardly want to call it construction because it'll take you a couple of minutes to put this together. It's a one-time setup and then you're good to go. The only thing that you have to do from here on out is just refill your business cards. So you'll get an intro video that explains what this is, how to use it, and then you'll get the video on how to put this together and set it up. A couple different handlings. He'll go over the difference between the Venom Case and the Venom Case Lite so that you can make a choice on which one suits you better. And then you'll get a routine, some thoughts and ideas, a lot of information, everything that you need to go out and perform this. The quality on these are very, very good. You'll get 2 aluminum cases, as well as a very well-made gimmicked marker. I don't want to go too much into method, but let's just say with this, I got a very, very good first impression. So the way that this works, you open up your case, you give the spectator a business card, and then the idea behind this is that the case provides some additional cover, so you can have them, you can give them the option of having this almost like a wall. You can be turned around it adds to the impossibility of you seeing the word or thought or number picture that they write down or draw. They will write down whatever it is that they want to, and from there, you never handle the card. You take this back, you'll take out a card for yourself, and you've got your Peak. This can be put away, taken out of play, and you never have to come back to this after. You never have to see the card. And that's the beauty of this, is it's almost hands off. It's not like a Peak wallet where you have to go back to it or you have to take the card back and get your Peak. They keep this, right? So the only time you're going to come back to the card is if you want to show the revelation, in which the justification there can be, write this down so that everybody can see once we've finished the experiment, or whatever you want to call it, whatever suits your presentation. And the idea that a lot of people use is that you commit your thought to paper. So that's the nice thing about this, is that you never take the card back, you never touch the card. They can put this in their pocket whatever they want to do with it. And that makes it seem that much more impossible that you can divine their word, their thought, their picture 100% of the time. Difficulty. This is extremely easy to use. As long as you can read, you're good to go. Angles. That's another nice thing about this, is it is virtually angle proof. So in the action of taking a business card out for yourself, you get your peak. And the nice thing about this is, unlike with some wallets, you have that additional cover, because if you have people on a specific side of you, you only need to open this enough to get a card out, and you can angle this a certain way. You can also have this so far open enough for you to see, but not where anybody else is going to. So I would say that this can be done surrounded. I wouldn't hesitate to do this surrounded. I would feel confident in doing this at any angle. Another thing with some of the cases, they will have a little black mark on the corner. It's just a triangle, and that helps with orientation, so you know which compartment to open to give out the business card and have the surface that they're going to write on. Mine doesn't have the triangle, but all I've done is simply put a little mark on it with, I put a little dot of super glue, which is invisible, but I can feel it. So that is how I get my orientation of the case. Setup and reset, there's just a one-time setup, and I guess that kind of goes into the arts and crafts, which, like I said, it's hardly arts and crafts. You basically just have to put the gimmick on a business card and you're good to go. And then once that business card is in there, the only thing that you have to do from there on out is refill business cards for your participants to write on, or billets, as you go, which obviously is going to be the case with any peak device, any wallet, or any stack of billets. The reset is instant. This can actually be reset right in front of your participant with a completely natural gesture. Can it be examined? I think that they are examining it as they're holding it, right? You open it up, they see your business cards, there's a surface to write on, they hold it, and then they keep the card. So there's really no heat on the case itself, since they are going to feel like they have their information on them the whole time, and that you never get that, or you never have access to it. So as far as examination goes, I think that they're examining it as they go about their part of the routine. So I'd say, yeah, it can be examined. And on top of that, it just looks like a business card case, right? It doesn't look like a prop. It just holds your business cards, you give them one, they use that as a writing surface, keep the card, you keep the case because it's your case and it has more of your business cards that you will give out to other people. Everything's justified, the motivation is there, everything's natural. And one thing that I didn't mention in quality is that the gimmick is of extremely high quality, in that it will not deteriorate, it will not wear. I mean, take care of it, but it can also be reapplied to other cards. Say you change your business card design and you want to apply the gimmick to another business card, you can do that. Barry's going to go over that in the construction to how you can reuse this in a sense, and not because it'll wear or break or anything like that, but just in case you want to switch up your business cards or billets. And then eventually the marker may run out, but these have a very, very long lifespan. And from what I've heard, these Arteza brand markers last longer than Sharpies, give a better read than other gimmicked markers, and Barry hand makes these himself. You can pick up new ones as needed, but this is going to last you a long time. With the peak itself, you're going to get a full peak of however much of the surface that they use of your business card or billet. Pocket space, that's it. Like the light is thinner, and that is what the light looks like. And then this one's just a little bit thicker, but as far as pocket space goes, it's just a little bit bigger than the size of a business card, and probably about an inch in thickness, so it's going to take up virtually no pocket space. You can fit this in any pocket that you have. That's not going to be an issue. Who would use this, and is it a worker? So this is a peak device. It's going to be used by mentalists for mentalism. Is it a worker? Absolutely, 100%. This is probably the most natural and justified peak device that you can have, being a business card case. It doesn't seem strange, or there's no suspicion on why you would have it or how you use it, especially since they're keeping the business card. It's not like you're taking the business card back and placing it back in here as you would with a wallet. So, this is the perfect peak device to use in a working environment, because they're going to get your information on the back of your business card if you're using business cards, and they're going to keep it. So yeah, this is strolling, close up, it doesn't matter. It's any environment, any situation, any working environment, you are completely justified. This is perfect for work. I know a number of well-known mentalists who have picked this up and have nothing but great things to say about it. There is a group that was created. It's a private group, so the only way that you're going to get access to this is if you are invited to it. Just because there were some people who were trying to get in that haven't purchased this yet, and quite frankly, we want to keep the method. Well, I say we, but that's just because I have one and I'm reviewing it, because Barry does want to keep the method on the lowdown to prevent exposure and basically to keep the secret safe for those who have purchased this. So anyway, if you've purchased this, you will gain access to the group. There are a lot of people that are sharing their handlings, sharing their experiences, talking about the reactions that they're getting. Nothing but good things about this. And I'm sure as time goes on, there will be people who find more ways to use this. There will be routines that are shared, and that's just a nice added bonus on top of what you're already getting between the case itself, or two cases, the marker, the tutorials, and then the Facebook group just allows that much more information. Is it worth your money? The price on this is £70, which converts to, I think, 85 US dollars. It's definitely worth the money, just for the simple fact that it all makes so much sense, right? This doesn't, no matter what situation you're in, if you're in just a casual environment where you're showing somebody something, or if you're at a working environment, this looks good. It's not going to stick out or seem out of place, even in corporate situations. That's huge. And then the fact that this is probably going to replace the devices that you have or that you may already be using in your working sets, I think that justifies the price right there. Now, I'm a big fan of another project, which was the Prodigy Peak. You can see my review for that. So will this replace the Prodigy Peak? No. But will the Prodigy Peak replace this? No, because I think they're two completely different routines and methods. I think that you will use them for different situations. So with that said, it may not replace all the routines that I use that require a peak, but it will replace other peak devices that I use. Any kind of gimmick or wallet or anything like that in a working environment, I'm definitely going to use this over a wallet. It makes so much more sense, and there's no unjustified moves or actions that take place. Positives and negatives. There's so many positives with this that I could go on and on and on. I think I've listed the majority of them already. I love the fact that this seems hands-off, just because they get to keep the billet or business card, and that seems like you could have no way of getting their information. The other nice thing involved is that there are other devices like this on the market. Some of them have to do with technology. There is no technology with this, or I guess technology may not be the right word, because it is a form of technology, but there are no electronics. There's nothing that you have to worry about breaking or not working. And then a business card case just makes sense, right, for any situation. Negatives, there are none. This is a perfect device, in my opinion. And not only that, but you have options, right? Barry wanted to provide you with everything that you needed so that you don't have to come back to him and purchase another case. As far as the case and the markers and the gimmick goes, everything is so well made that you should never have to worry about anything happening to this to where it's going to not work. Like I said with the marker, eventually, as with any marker or any type of writing utensil, it will run out. So you may have to replace the marker, but it's going to take a long time. And then as far as the gimmick itself goes, it's the best I've come across. It's the best of its kind that I know of. The only way that you're going to have to replace it is if you don't take care of it. And being protected in the case, it's going to be very hard not to take care of it naturally. I could try and come up with things that aren't entirely positive, but we'd be here all day because I cannot think of anything. Everything makes sense, it's all justified, and yeah, I can't speak highly enough about this case. So with that, I think I've covered everything. Some of you will be familiar with the method when you get this, but it is the best of its kind, right? I could compare it to some other things, but with that, I would be tipping the method, and so I'm not going to do that. But you likely are familiar with the gimmick, but I would highly recommend picking this up because it will replace similar gimmicks that you may or may not have. Also, if you want to check out another review, check out my buddy Gareth Whitty's review and his channel. He's been doing some reviews and he has a great personality. He is a joy to watch. He's hilarious and he gives a lot of quality information on the things that he reviews. So he has also done a review for the Venom Case. I believe that's the only other review out there on video right now that I'm aware of. So check out his review, go check out his channel, give him a subscribe. You'll enjoy his videos and a lot of good content. So with that said, if you have any questions, just leave me a comment below and I'll leave a link in the description below. You can pick this up at Black Cat Magic. So with that, we will see you at the next review.